How long have I been a professional creative? I think you forget after the fifth year. It's a topic that I've always wanted to sort of share with the world. The idea that it motivates creatives to understand where they sit in the world, right? Because I think the world needs that right now. I think social media is making us look everywhere else besides in ourselves. And I think the solution is you. There's no one youer than you, Dr. Seuss, right? So the business of creativity suggestively, and especially in this new world, you look towards yourself to create something special, something unique. You don't need, you can use Pinterest for reference, but find something special. And when in doubt, always look back inside of you. I think those are the best creatives that we see around, are the people who can actually tap in or take time off to find themselves, to find great work. So that for me is creativity, but also understand and choose whether you're an artist or a creative. You know, people don't know how to make that distinction, and I think it's very important. So what the difference is between an artist and a creative, from my perspective, hey, shoot me, right? I definitely do think that in an advertising diaspora, I think creatives answer briefs. There needs to be a problem on the table for a creative to move, right? So the creative's the hero. Let me put it in a narrative form. The artist is the villain, right? How I say that is that the hero wouldn't have a job without a villain. But what an artist is someone who looks out into the world and finds something to create, to express, right? They don't need a brief. They can imagine something or find different mediums of art to express themselves, right? Whether it's painting, whether it's poetry, whether it's music, whether, they don't need a set of instructions to move. They answer questions that they themselves are asking or that society is fiddling with, right? Look at Banksy. Banksy is a really cool example of a true artist. He creates interesting sort of nuances. I'll call them nuances because what are they? They're statement pieces in the world that we live in, that we walk past every day. He's like, oh, there's something special about that wall. So that's a creative. That's a creative versus an artist, right? And yeah, I'm a creative. I do envy I am envious for looking over at at the grass of being an artist. I think there's freedom, there's power in being able to say to people, this is mine. Artist, this is mine. Creative, I'm responding to what this is, right? So yeah, there's some really dope magic happening out there, and people never really remember creatives. I think we should embrace it. I think a lot of people are scared of it, which is very old and traditional ways of thinking. I think as the youth, we can either see it as, oh, AI is going to take our jobs, or we could see it as, what if I'm the one pressing the buttons, right? I personally fiddle with a lot of technology. A lot of AI has come into my day-to-day sort of crafting of ideas and working on projects. And it's a tool. Remember that everything is a tool, right? If you asked people back in the Renaissance period what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. No one would have said, I want this boxed structured thing that's running on circles, that has engines and you feed it oil. Remember that we've been here before, and I think we should embrace it. I think we should latch onto it. I think everybody should be on it. But I digress, right? I'm really passionate about this, the new fourth industrial revolution. Where I see advertising go into is, it's unlocking. Remember, advertising is about solving problems, right? It's about solving problems, and creativity is about solving problems. I feel like we'll get a more accurate, precise look into our imagination with the assistance of artificial intelligence. I think playing around with Midjourney right now, playing around with ChatGPT, it's like, the summary of it is like, help me show the world a more accurate or more informed sort of perspective of my idea. So it gives people the opportunity to focus on the creativity, because that's what it can't take away from us. It can't take away the innate feeling or essence of soul, which is feeling, right? That's the one thing that I love being in advertising, because we work on feeling. We play on people's feelings. We sell feelings. It's emotive work. And so far so good, because machines can't feel. They can probably simulate feeling, but for a while, you're the only one who'll know what nostalgia feels like. And AI can help you really bring that to life. I feel like Google's racist. I really feel like someone who's constantly scouring the internet to find imagery, and what AI has helped me do is try and be more precise in terms of my target markets, in terms of the African diaspora that I'm trying to share with the world. And the more and more it evolves, the more accurate and precise I can bring these thoughts and this imagination to life. So you can see it and be like, Thando, you weren't crazy, right? And yeah, I think let's use it as a tool. From individuals to companies to organizations to movements, let's use it as a tool. Itself. I think the dynamicness and the versatility of Avatar as a structure, liberating Black minds, African ideas to the world. I think it's interesting, but they themselves, remember Avatar is two guys that started it in like a bedroom, right? In Z's bedroom. So the idea that they're constantly growing, adapting, pushing boundaries, it gives, it distinguishes Avatar as a different playing field because it is fluid, right? It is flexible, it is Android. And Android means whatever environment it's in, it adapts, right? It's, I find that there comes constrictions with big systems, big machines, right? I won't name a few, but there's very big agencies out there that have to report to a global sort of conglomerate or a global establishment, which makes the order of system, it has its pros and cons, but it makes the ability to ship, to change, to adapt to the ever-changing climate of advertising, of creativity, of marketing, of technology. It makes it a bit delayed in terms of reaction, and it makes it a bit more confined in terms of the dynamicness of trying to adapt to the company. Cool. So I think that's what makes it different. I think it's the owners being in the building and making the decision. Yeah.